What are the most important geometry theorems to know? Have you ever wondered which geometry theorems are essential for understanding shapes and angles? Geometry is filled with fascinating concepts that help us solve problems and understand the world around us. Let's break down some of the most important theorems that every geometry enthusiast should know. First up is the Pythagorean Theorem. This theorem is vital for working with right triangles. It tells us that the square of the hypotenuse, which is the longest side opposite the right angle, equals the sum of the squares of the other two sides. This theorem is a go-to for calculating distances in right-angled triangles. Next, we have the Angle Sum Theorem for triangles. This theorem states that the sum of the interior angles of any triangle is always 180 degrees. This is super helpful for finding missing angles and understanding the properties of triangles. Moving on, we encounter the triangle congruence theorems. These theorems help us prove that two triangles are congruent, meaning they are the same shape and size. The key criteria include side, 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 angle, angle, and angle, side. Knowing these criteria is essential for solving triangle-related problems. Then, we have the similarity theorems for triangles. Triangles are similar if their corresponding angles are equal and their sides are proportional. The common criteria include angle, side, and side, side. This concept is particularly useful for indirect measurements and working with scale drawings. Next, let's talk about the properties of parallel lines and transversals. When a transversal crosses parallel lines, several angle relationships emerge. Corresponding angles are equal, alternate interior and alternate exterior angles are equal, and same-side interior angles are supplementary, meaning they add up to 180 degrees. These properties are crucial for solving problems involving parallel lines. Another important theorem is the Triangle Inequality Theorem. This theorem states that the sum of the lengths of any two sides of a triangle must be greater than the length of the third side. This ensures that the sides can form a triangle and helps in comparing side lengths and angles. We also have the Angle Bisector Theorem. This theorem tells us that an angle bisector in a triangle divides the opposite side into segments that are proportional to the adjacent sides. This is useful for solving problems involving triangle segments and ratios. Circle theorems are also essential. For example, the inscribed angle theorem states that an angle formed by two chords with the vertex on the circle is half the measure of the intercepted arc. The tangent-secant theorem relates the lengths of tangents and secants drawn from a point outside the circle. These theorems help analyze angles and lengths related to circles. Lastly, let's not forget the concurrency theorems in triangles. Certain lines in triangles meet at a single point, known as concurrency. For instance, perpendicular bisectors meet at the circumcenter, angle bisectors meet at the incenter, medians meet at the centroid, and altitudes meet at the orthocenter. Understanding these points is beneficial for advanced triangle problem solving. And we wrap up with the vertical angles theorem. When two lines intersect, the opposite angles are equal. This simple fact is often used in angle calculations. These theorems create a strong foundation for understanding geometry. They apply to various shapes and problems, making them essential for anyone learning this subject. Whether you are measuring distances, designing structures, or solving puzzles, knowing these theorems will serve you well.